KNK, it's time to wake up. KNK, it's time to wake up. Wait, what? Okay, so prove that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. Bro, what? I wonder what we're having for lunch. You know, Mom packed us lunch. Oh, right, I forgot. Shut up, Mr. Wells has called us. 67? Nope, it's actually 2,763. Bro, what?
67!
Just because you're smarter than me doesn't mean you know the answer to everything, so be quiet. Yes, I did. Monkey. School is an awful place to be, but children's shows and other shenanigans teaches kids that school is a fun place to learn, and you get to play with your friends all day long. But in reality, they dump you with homework. Drama stuff keeps on happening, and yada yada yada, stuff like that. And today I'm gonna be sharing my experience with all that yada 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 stuff. By the way, all the stories take place in elementary school. I don't want to keep you waiting, so let's start. So we left off with third grade. Oh yeah, I remember when I told you my third grade teacher, Miss Straub, slipped in the shower and broke some part of her knee that started with a C. Okay, I didn't tell you that much info, but you know what I mean. She would come to school with one or two crutches, a wheelchair, or just walk on her own. Another time, Miss Straub was reading some off-brand Harry Potter book to the class, and we were writing down notes, but my slow self couldn't write fast enough, and for some reason the two other classes came to Miss Straub's class. But anyways, everybody couldn't just wait for one person, so I just scribbled on the paper or gave up. But one of the side teachers or whatever took a picture of the notes and let me write the stuff down. Unnecessary fact. I took a Harry Potter test like 1 or 2 years ago, and I'm that crow thing, and I saw a poster of those Harry Potter animals in 5th grade reading class, and it said that the crow was smart and independent. I bet I'm independent, but I don't know about smart. But one day my stupid crybaby self cried twice, just because I couldn't write down a stupid note fast enough. But like the double teacher Miss Straub was, she wiped away my tears with a napkin. And the second time I tried wiping away my tears myself, but Miss Straub refused. In a nice way, obviously. The saddest part about third grade is that was her last year. So, at the last day of school, she was giving out all her stuff, and I still have her stuff till this day. Like this poster, and this green Dr. Seuss bird toy. And that's why I was crying. Onwards to 4th grade! Anyways, 4th grade was the first grade I've ever switched classes. So that means I had a few teachers, specifically 3. My homeroom teacher, Miss Rowley, that's not her real name. And no, I'm not giving out teachers' names, mostly teachers that sucked. Yes, she sucked. Also, she's my first black teacher. My other teacher, Miss Thomas, aka the chill teacher. That's her real name, by the way. And last but not least, the teacher that almost everybody hates, which says a lot, Miss Giot. Yup. She's so bad that her name had to be a brain rot name. Or word. Also, Miss Raleigh teaches social studies and science. Miss Thomas teaches math. And Miss Giot teaches reading. God, I hope my middle school doesn't find my channel. One time in Miss Raleigh's class, we were connecting a battery to a light bulb with a wire. I think my whole table knew how to do it, but I didn't. Nerds. JK. But you know what's insane? I could literally bring a toy to Miss Thomas's class, and she didn't even care. I brought Mr. Duckling, everybody loved him, Perry the Platypus, and Geico. And she wouldn't even care. But my mom would. So I hid them in my backpack. At this point, nobody could stop me, bro. Now it's time for Miss Giot. I know y'all Gen Zs are laughing, although brain rot is getting old. Whatever. Another time we were learning about roots, and then we were talking about this root. So apparently, for some reason, the school would make jokes about gooning and balls and stuff. So we laughed our socks off, but man, that was a great time. I guess the younger the generation, the earlier they get taught dirty-minded stuff. Before this next story, just know that I used to play basketball at recess almost all of the time. and I almost never took a break from basketball. Therefore, I didn't really spend that much time with my friends. And 4th and 5th grade spent time at the field, basketball court, and picnic tables, not the playground. So AJ, Alexis, and I would usually play tag in recess, but since I got interested in playing basketball, I had to make a schedule to play basketball on one day and play tag on another, because Alexis wouldn't face the fact that I have interests in my own things. Like, I know it's hard to not have your friend hang out with you, but at least AJ respects my decision. But one day Alexis wasn't here on the day I was supposed to play tag with her, so I went to go play basketball. And on the next day, she was here, so she wanted to play tag with me. But I said, but I'm supposed to play basketball today. Besides, you weren't here. But she started arguing with me, so I had enough of her shenanigans, and so I left to go play basketball. And when we were about to go in because recess was over, I saw her crying. So, are you telling me that a full-grown 4th grader is crying because she didn't get to play with her friend for one day? Because she, aka me, wanted to play basketball? Seriously? Ugh, I'm already getting toxic flashbacks. Now anyways, after probably a month later, I started to hang out with Regina and her friends when I took a break from basketball. And one day we were running. I forgot why, but we just were. And one of Regina's friends, Closum, was right behind me. And she accidentally stepped on my shoe. And somehow I went flying about 5 feet in the air. And I landed in this position. And I was softly biting my tongue. But somehow I was okay. By the way, I forgot to add this in the script, but when I reached the ground, I did a front roll and then landed in that position that I just showed you. Just imagine all of the possibilities and the ways I could have got injured. But Regina and her friends saw everything and asked whether I was okay, and we laughed it out. Another time, my other friend Ava, I think AJ was there, and I consider Heather one of my friends, although she probably doesn't think so, and cause she backstabbed me, but I forgive her. We're walking the track while talking, and guess who came by? Drum roll, please. Okay, you can drum roll yourself, but whatever. Alexis! I guess we were still friends, and I probably didn't like her at the time, but we still got along somehow. So, Haria and I have this goofy handshake thingy-mabob that's probably on screen right now. Well, me and Alexis did it, and she randomly kicked me in the rib cage. You see, Alexis goes to martial arts. I used to go there, but I quit because I didn't have enough time and all. But Alexis has a black belt. Yes, a black belt. She kicked me softly though, but I think it still kind of hurt. Back then, obviously, it still doesn't hurt like right now, you know. So as I dramatically fell to the ground, Ava, wait a minute, I don't remember AJ in this. Whatever, I'm still animating him. Take 2. So as I dramatically fell to the ground, Ava, Heather, and AJ went to go tell the teacher. You can call my friends a snitch all you want, but Alexis snitched on me first and harassed me to play tag with her. So me and my friends do have a right. Besides, my friends probably have more problems with Alexis than I do, because they stayed in kindergarten throughout now with her. So all of us have rights. So when we went inside after recess, we had to go to the counselor's room, aka Miss Molly. She's really nice, so she ended the situation calmly. So me and Ava walked in, and I thought I was in trouble, although I thankfully wasn't. Sadly, I forgot what happened, so I guess Alexis got forgiven or something. Another incident like this happened. A decent classmate who we'll call Noah poked Alexis as a joke, and then out of nowhere, Alexis punches Noah on the shoulder, and I think he got a bruise. And for some reason, Miss Raleigh made Noah and Alexis sit by themselves at lunch. They were both crying. I don't blame Noah for crying, but Alexis is just attention-seeking. I low-key feel bad for Noah. Anyways, that's all for today. The original outro got deleted because I thought I copied and pasted it, but I didn't. So this is basically take 2. Trust me, I was devastated. I was tearing up and everything. This video was originally gonna be over 18 minutes long because I still had to talk about the rest of 4th and 5th grade. And the vid was also supposed to come out a year ago, but I didn't finish because of homework and my lazy self. Don't worry, I may make a remastered version because I find this old thing cringy and outdated. But before that, I'ma make a part 2! Also, sorry to everybody who got their name exposed by me. I was stupid then, still is now. And yes, I'm still friends with Alexis, especially sorry to you. Also, I'm currently recording this at 1 a.m. in the morning because I don't believe in sleep schedules. Also, thanks so much for watching this vid. It means so much to me. God bless. Stay hydrated. I'm so done. Bye. Yes. You can leave. Oh yeah, I'm still recording. I don't know why.